Well, hello on this July 4th, and welcome to Blessed Life Adventures. We are on another adventure.
We are. An exciting one. We got to fly into a new city that we had never been to, but always wanted to.
And this time, I promise I'll get some videos up. It's 10 o'clock now on July 4th. We just watched a great fireworks show from Fort Lauderdale Beach, Florida. We had seen it on video before and wanted to experience it live. So that's what we did. And I posted the video of the fireworks, and admittedly, it's not the best video, but I wanted to enjoy it with Carly and Nick. And we were at a great restaurant that was right beachfront. We had a great view, and it was great food. It was called Casablanca Cafe, and it has a great story to it.
Right, so we were checking out the website for this restaurant, and come to find out it's the oldest house on Fort Lauderdale Beach that was originally a house that's been turned into a restaurant that's still standing.
I believe it said it was built in the 1920s, and it's still standing, and it's Casablanca Cafe. The food was phenomenal.
It was excellent.
I mean, if you're looking for a lower priced meal, it may not be the place for you, but for all three of us, it was like $65. It wasn't bad. As you know,
now we did split.
Carly and I can't eat as much as some people, so we split a 14-ounce New York strip, and it was really good. Have a kids menu. Nick had enjoyed some penne pasta with chicken, and so he was happy. And we got to have front row seat for Fort Lauderdale Beach fireworks. Over 23 minutes of fireworks here in Fort Lauderdale, so they were really cool. This is actually kind of our second day, I guess, in Florida. We flew in yesterday, and we flew into Miami. We had never been to Miami before. Of course, we were singing Will Smith's song "Going to Miami" the whole way there on the plane. But we flew American, had mostly no problems. Flights were packed, the airports were busy.
I would say Miami's airport was a little confusing.
Yes.
Leaving the gate and then trying to find where the bags were and everything, the signage and all. Having never flown into Miami before, we were a little unsure of exactly where to go, which, I mean, we found it pretty easily, but that was one thing that we had mentioned and talked about. It's just a huge airport, and not knowing where to go and not having been there, especially with Nick with us, it took us a minute to kind of orient ourselves.
And you know, I've done traveling for work. We've traveled a lot. Been to airports in California, Chicago, you name it. The biggest thing that I thought was odd, you know, if you've ever flown into Fort Lauderdale's airport, it's very themed, you know, and they pride themselves on that.
Orlando is the same.
Orlando, yeah, exactly the same. Miami felt very sterile. There was really nothing on the walls. They were all white. The floor was white, and it's almost like you're going through these, you know, back corridors of a mall or something.
Yeah.
And like Carly said, there's no signage on where to go, so you're really just kind of walking, and you don't really know where you're going.
We had to ask a couple people to make sure that we were going where we needed to be to get our bags and everything. So.
And obviously, we didn't fly in on an international flight. We're from Tulsa, so we were all domestic, but we picked up our luggage where all the international flights come in at. And I don't know if that was,
I think
like,
for that
normal
terminal,
or
maybe.
what.
I don't know.
But we had to go a long ways to get our luggage. And just, you know, like I said, we flew in early. So our original plan was Nick was attending a school and wasn't going to be able to go with us. And so he ended up being able to go after we already booked. So this vacation included a stop here in Fort Lauderdale, and we've done something, and you're going to see video of this probably more tomorrow, that we have always wanted to do.
We talked about doing this for our honeymoon.
We did, but we rented a convertible, and we're going to drive down to Key West tomorrow.
So it's taken us almost 19 years to finally rent that convertible.
Yeah, and you'll get some more videos on that convertible because there's not a lot of convertible options. But here's the thing about the convertible is that really you only get either a Mustang or a Camaro. For those of
At
you
least
that
through budget.
Through budget, but that's typically what I've seen in other ones. We have the window open, and traffic is very heavy.
They like the horns here in Fort Lauderdale.
They do like, well, they like the horns in Florida. Let's be honest. But you know, you basically got a Mustang or a Camaro. You want a Mustang if you have a family, because the trunks are not big. And it was a real question as to was all of our luggage going to fit.
It doesn't help that I pack pretty much the entire house, so that doesn't help either.
You know, we always need those things. And then so we're going to Key West tomorrow, and then we're going to come back to Fort Lauderdale, and then on Saturday we're getting on the Enchanted Princess with Princess Cruises. We've never taken Princess before. We've been on Celebrity, we've been on Royal Caribbean, we've been on Carnival, but we've never been on Princess before. So we will see what Princess has to offer. We've heard good things. We've seen some videos with some good things. We've seen some videos with some not so good things. So hey, we're gonna check it out. We'll let you know. But we're excited for this vacation. Nick is excited. You know, as I was saying, he was in a school and he wasn't going to be able to come with us when we originally booked. Of note that we didn't know, I don't know if all cruise lines are like this, but Princess actually has cabins that are only for 2 people. You can't add a rollaway or anything like that. But anyways,
we originally booked a 2-person room unknowingly.
That it couldn't fit more than that.
So when we tried to add Nick, that became quite a big issue. And we didn't think even when he was done with the school that he was going to be able to come with us. But we prayed and the Lord helped us. It was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, finally.
One room came available and we were on a wait list and they didn't even call us with that. We just happened to be looking online and we just kept checking because we really wanted him to be able to go with us. And so the Lord just opened that up for us and we were able to bring Nick with us. And so that's been a real treat. I'm not quite sure what he thought about the convertible today, but as Daniel said, I'm sure we'll hear some more about that tomorrow.
Yeah, so we got to spend the day here at Fort Lauderdale. We are staying at the Westin Fort Lauderdale Beach Resort. I actually had the opportunity to stay here a number of years ago for a work trip, and it was the first time I ever came to a beach. So it's a nice, very nice hotel, right on the beach, right across.
Starbucks downstairs if you like your coffee.
Starbucks. And this Casablanca Cafe is literally just right down the road.
About a block away.
So we spent some time on the beach today and then watched the fireworks, just kind of vegging. Last night we spent at the Four Seasons Miami Airport.
By Sheraton.
Sheraton. 4 points. 4 points by Sheraton.
Yes.
We were joking about the Four Seasons. There's a resort or a hotel down the road called Seasons. It's their other brand. We were joking, but so yeah, we've had a good time so far. We're really looking forward to heading down to Key West and seeing what that trip brings. It's always been something we wanted to do, so we decided we're going to do it. And then we decided, you know what? When we booked that convertible wasn't much more than a regular rental car. So.
Well, and I will add in a couple of things really quickly. One, on the 4 Points by Sheraton Hotel last night, we didn't do a review on that. It was a decent hotel. It was a little musty.
It is Florida.
It is Florida. We're not sure it's always been a Marriott property, maybe. I think they may be redoing some things or recently bought it. We need to check on that. But anyway, I would say...
You get the feel that it wasn't always that. Yeah, I would say that...
But the rate was nice.
The rate was good, and it was clean.
And it was clean. So we would probably stay there again if we needed to.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a place to stay for a cruise or something like that,
It wasn't fancy, but it was decent.
we did take they offer a free airport shuttle. We were kind of trying to hurry to get to the airport to get the rental cars, so we ended up taking a Lyft, and it was about $20 for a Lyft XL from the hotel to the airport. So that was reasonable. So yeah, we've had a good time so far, and we're looking forward to bringing you a little bit more on our trip to Key West tomorrow, and then bringing you more on the Enchanted Princess. As always, not everybody, and this is something that we try to convey to Nick, not everybody gets to go on vacation every single summer. And some summers, unfortunately, we don't get to take as elegant or extravagant vacations as we do. This, again, was another blessed time that we were able to do that. But our hope with this channel is, one, to show people different things that we encounter. Just because, we really started this channel last year more as a thing to show everybody that we know, our adventures, to proclaim Christ, and also to, there's so many questions when you are booking a trip.
Well, and I would say, we get on YouTube a lot, and if we're going somewhere like before this trip, and that was the other thing I was going to say, before this trip, this was months in advance of preparation. And for the rental car, you were talking about the cost of it. It was really reasonable, but we booked it several months in advance. And we actually were Costco members. We booked it through Costco, and I think it was like February. We booked it months early. And we were checking, if we added a day and that sort of thing, and the cost more than doubled getting closer to when we needed the vehicle. So that would be one suggestion that I would make, is book early if you can. And with that, there's so many questions, there's so many things, and especially when you have a family, and you're looking for family things to do. That's one of the reasons that we started this channel, is because we try to look for YouTube of like family things and that sort of thing. And so there's not a lot out there that we have found that really are more family oriented. And so we just kind of saw that need, and wanted to help others with that.
And our last year cruises, I had really planned to put some videos together of the different things that we encountered and saw. Life got away from me. This past school year was very, very busy. Hope to do that on this cruise, but with a little bit more knowledge, actually. Our cruises last year, we had been on Royal pre-COVID. Then we took a Carnival, and then, we were trying to compare Carnival, which it had been like 2 years, I think, since we had taken the Royal when we took the Carnival. And so we were comparing Carnival with the Royal, but then we weren't quite sure, so we took the Carnival after COVID. And then last year we took Celebrity and we took a Royal. And so we had some insight to the different things. So we may put a video together kind of highlighting all of that.
Ships maybe that we've been on, and,
and
some of the positive and negative things that...
Because again, we really did start this channel because we ourselves were looking for information on these different things that we like. Walt Disney World, cruising, Florida. So all of that stuff. Now we have some insight on renting a car. We don't always rent a car, but guy at the counter today told me some great information about car rental. Here in the South Florida area, that if you pick one up in Miami and you even want to drop it in Fort Lauderdale, that is literally maybe,
15, 20 miles.
Yeah, not far. You might get charged the $300 drop fee. So, those little tidbits. So we hope to bring you some of that stuff. But, so we are going to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow, so we'll probably go live tomorrow. And, again, not everybody's able to go on vacation. And
we're going to Key West.
Where did I say?
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, well, we're in Fort Lauderdale. See, So we are going to Key West tomorrow, but not everybody can afford to go on a vacation. And when you do save your money to go on vacation, you want it to be the best trip that you can be, and you do that through knowledge. And it's like I tell everybody, if you're looking for kind of a low cost vacation, the best bang for your buck, a cruise is a really good option. From Tulsa, you can fly down to Houston. You can drive down to Houston to save some money. I've suggested to a number of people, have you looked at a cruise? And a lot of people are scared about the boat. And we may
it's wonderful.
We may put a video together. I call it a boat. It's a ship. It's big, but so there's a lot to investigate there. So we'll be putting a video together on that as well.
We look forward to it. You can hear the fireworks in the background.
Yeah, those are people just shooting off personal fireworks. We already saw a big show. It is posted on our YouTube channel, Blessed Life Adventures. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, so go like us, and we hope to bring you more of this vacation as we are headed out on our next Blessed Life Adventure.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. We'll see you tomorrow.